Yo, it's Yuji. Welcome back to Closet Talk. So let me tell a story. It is summer of 2023. I am laying in bed with the worst insomnia of that time. And I'm laying there thinking to myself, I need to do something. And that's when I committed. I said, fuck it, we ball. I set up my phone. I grabbed this mic and I hit record. Because for some reason, my closet was the place with the best audio quality was. And therefore, the series Closet Talk was born. And when I started this series, I always had the end goal in mind. When I graduate college, I'll end the series. So that's what's happening. I just took the last exam of my life, hopefully. If I ever go to grad school, that is because the company I'm working for literally said, hey, sorry, you can't work with us unless you go get a master's or PhD, but we will pay you to go. And it better be a lot of fucking money, because that is the only reason I will ever go back to college. Yeah, I never have a script. I never have a proper idea of what I'm gonna talk about in any of my videos. Often with the anime lists, that's simply what it is. I have a list and I freeball. I press record. I say the first thing that comes to my mind. And in often cases, I forget some easy jokes I could have said, the actual synopsis of the story. But to me, I just could never really sit down and be a script writer, because I think the way just my brain works sporadically and very instantaneously is what makes me, in a way, entertaining, I would hope. So that's the same with this video. I have been thinking about this video for a very long time. And I never really thought about what to say, aside from thank you. You are looking at a former broken man. The only reason this entire series, my entire YouTube channel in general, was born was because I simply have depression. And the isolation I had that summer, freshman year, was so unbearable that I just expanded my world by pressing record. And now we're here. Now we're here. Over 300 subscribers, which is way more than I thought. I have a video that has 10 plus K views. I had several videos blow up with more than 1,000 views, which I think is already insane. I've had one of my videos be the most hated upon video with like a less than 30% like to dislike ratio, the Invincible one, because shocker, if you talk bad about a show, you're gonna get the entire fan base to attack you. But the experience was the best thing ever. I'm grateful that I started this series, I have become a lot more articulate. I've been able to really think about how to say things. I'm able to summarize things properly now. I know how to do proper storytelling. I go on less tangents and conversations. A lot of things. And it's all because I hated college. I hated college. These 4 years of my life has been the most insane 4 years of my life. And people ask me, how would you describe college? And I've come to this conclusion. College was the worst, best decision of my life. I am grateful. I am so honored to have been able to go to a university. But holy fuck, it sucked. It was terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Like, let's break it down a bit, okay? First and foremost, senior year of high school, I get rejected to everywhere except Texas A&M and Ohio State. And the thing was, Texas A&M was offering me a fuck ton of money. They're basically a full ride. And Ohio State was just giving me some chump change. And I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to be in Ohio. I guess I'll stay in Texas, even though I fucking hated Texas at the time. I was so sick of it. I want to be in a new state, new place, meet new people. So I was like, you know what? Fine. We'll go to Texas A&M. And from that beginning, I have been determined, fully determined, that I will graduate in 4 years. I will graduate on time. No delays, no setbacks, nothing. And that determination was simply built from the fact I despised this place. Freshman year rolls in. All the classes are purposely designed to fuck you in the ass. Which I am always say, A&M, that's your fault. It's not my problem. You accepted basically everyone in the fucking Texas area. Okay, so how come you're making these classes difficult while I'm taking them? You're increasing the difficulty mid-semester. And I'll be sitting there questioning that constantly. And then I learned there's this whole thing called entry to a major. So basically, freshman year, you're not even a specific engineer. You're just a general engineer. You have to have a secure GPA of 3.75. Now it's like 3.8 to get your first choice. And at the time, I really wanted to be a mechanical or aerospace engineer. Because in my mind, I was always like, you know what? I want to build like spaceships and fucking robots, you know, Gundam. There's a reason why I've wanted to become an engineer. It is because ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to build a Gundam. And that's purely why. That is purely why I'm an engineer. Well, freshman year, of course, I don't have the best grades. Even though I had pretty good grade. My GPA was a 3.5. I think it was like a 3.6 actually. If I don't give a fuck. But regardless, I didn't have the required GPA for auto entry. So I said, you know what, fuck it. Write an essay because that's what I had to do. But you had to choose 3. And I don't know what the third one was. I had no fucking clue. But genuinely I have been blessed with the best roommates I could have ever asked for. Regardless of this year. Senior year roommates, I don't give a fuck. But wow, like freshman year, I met 3 of some of the closest friends ever, genuinely. Because wow, like some of the best people I've ever met. and I'm so honored because it was pure luck. And this is where I'm gonna get a little religious take, but I'm not a religious guy. But dude, like some of these moments, I'm like, dude, there has to be divine intervention somehow, like somehow, right? But anyways, one of my roommates, now friend, he was electrical engineer, and he was like, dude, do nuclear, because electrical's all about the electron, nuclear's all about what's inside nucleus. And I was like, oh, that's fucking stupid, but sure. I mean, if you write the essay, I'll do nuclear. And he's like, all right. So he did. And then that summer, I took basically 11 hours of college credits. And that's when everything fell apart. Everything was literally falling apart around me. It was miserable. It was fucking miserable. The worst things ever. Like, oh my gosh. Oh my god. Two main highlights, honestly, though, is the fact that one, I got rejected from mechanical and aerospace, and I was thrown into nuclear engineering. And again, I hated nuclear. I was like, why? I didn't even want this. I genuinely didn't want this. And two, I was so broke. I lived off of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for an entire week. I had two PB&Js every day for 7 days. Because that's literally the money I had. Like, I was working at Firehouse at the time. Shout out Firehouse. And I was just waiting for a paycheck. But damn, like, dude, the fact that I know that in the peak of my depression, I could survive off of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, I'm pretty impressed. I'm pretty impressed by myself with that. But regardless, sophomore year rolls in. One of the like most forgetful semesters, if I'm being so honest. It's such a blur because I don't remember any of it. But like the best highlight is the fact that I met more people. I met some friends that are gonna be friends for life. Like, it's insane. And again, just divine intervention level shit. And it was awesome. It's fantastic, and I don't even know how to process that. And then, nuclear engineering. I was getting a taste of it. Genuinely, like, sophomore year classes is a bunch of nothing burger. You don't learn shit from the sophomore level classes about nuclear engineering. You're just all like, oh, okay. Like, you learn very basic, like, equations and theories, but it doesn't ramp up until junior year. But then, summer of sophomore year, summer of 2024, the greatest summer of my life. I did nothing but play video games, and I found out there is the greatest board game of all time called Twilight Imperium. And me and two other friends played the shit out of it. We played basically every week. There was a day we played it back to back. And for those of you who don't know, Twilight Imperium is a space conquest game, board game, that on average takes like 10 to like 18 hours. However, one of the fastest games I've ever had. It was a three player game. Me and the other two, we played just very aggressive factions, and we finished the game in like 3 hours. It was insane. It was like, holy shit, that was the quickest game we've ever played. But that summer was peak. Also, like, the Elden Ring DLC dropped then too. Shout out to Erdtree. I remember staying up all night playing TI. The DLC dropped. I go back, play Elden Ring all night, And then I go back at 8 in the morning to my friend's house, and we finished up the TI game. It was the best. I will never forget that day. I will genuinely never forget that day because that was such a peak college experience. And then junior year rolls in. This is every engineer's worst year. Junior year is brutal because this is where you're actually getting into what your major is all about. And I mean, seriously, this is when I actually learned what nuclear engineering is all about, you know? I'm actually learning about, like, diffusion theory, like, how neutrons work and shit. I'm learning about different isotopes, how they're used and their functionality in, like, certain dosimeters, and, like, how to detect them, nuclear security, yada, yada, yada. Boring shit. But it was fascinating. It was really fascinating. And the funniest part is that junior year was the best year of me academically. I popped off. I generally popped the fuck off. It was so good. And looking back on it, junior year was awesome too. Because my homeboy who introduced me to TI, he got a fucking smoker. And we smoked so many briskets together. So, and we threw so many parties and shit. It was great. Like, highlights. Just highlights of that year. And then that summer, I had an internship up in Oak Ridge. And I was like, wow. And if you guys remember, I had Fat Fuck Friday. And that was honestly a fantastic series. Did I gain a fuck ton of weight? Yes, the bulking went crazy. Because literally all I did would eat a scoop of peanut butter and 2 bananas for lunch for 11 weeks. And for dinner, I will walk to Walmart. And in my hotel room, I would eat half a loaf of bread and half a rotisserie chicken. For 11 fucking weeks. Do you understand what is wrong with me at this point? Because I have drilled into my mind that I don't know what to do with money. Because for the first time, I've had like a lot of money from the internship. And I was just not spending it. And ate like a fucking peasant. It was insane. But Fridays went hard because that's where I would go out and just gorge. And I would eat and I would just work out. And that's all I did. So I just got fat. I really got fucking bulky, man. Ugh. And then senior year. Oh my god. Senior year was interesting. Because right from the jump, in like beginning of September, I think it was, beginning or mid-September, I already secured a fucking job. I got a job offer immediately. And I was like, hell yeah, I'll take it. I'll fucking take it. Craziest 4 days of my life. Monday is a panel. I learn about the company. Tuesday is the career fair. First company I talked to is the company that hired me. But literally, how it went down is they talked to me. They came to me. And genuinely, just nat 20 charisma check. Nat 20. Nat 20. And they loved me so much that they're like, hey, would you be down for an interview tomorrow, Wednesday? And I said, oh, of course. I will be there. Wednesday rolls around. Interview. Nat 20s. Nat 20s. Nat 20s. Thursday, I get a phone call. And they're like, yo, we have an offer for you. Insane. Insane. 4 days. Took me 4 days. I have a friend, one of my best friends, who graduated college last semester, so in December, is still jobless. It's been four months. And he doesn't have a job. Well, I'm over here, already had a job before I even graduated college. No, it went crazy. It went crazy. So the senioritis already hit. Because damn, I was like, I'm done. All I need to do is graduate, keep a 3.0 above GPA, which is so easy. I did the math. I literally could have gotten C's in all my classes and would still have a 3.0, which I found hilarious. But I mean, I didn't do it, of course, because your boy locks in. And then, oh my god, I almost died. So I'll tell this story. Halloween. Let's just say that yours truly was in a situation he didn't want to be in. So his anxiety and depression was pretty high, and drank an ungodly amount of alcohol to the point that my alcohol blood concentration was a 315. That's comatose level, and it was comatose because I black out, wake up, I'm in a hospital bed with a tube down my throat and up my dick. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? And that's when I learned, oh, I'm still problematic. I'm not fixed. And that's when I went through a lot of reflecting again. A lot of thinking. Because in truth, folks, I'm not a good person. At least not all the time. I think I'm a decent person. But damn, I love beating myself up. I love degrading myself. I love making myself feel worthless. Why? It's called depression. And in truth, I have not done much about it. Because this is where if I can get whatever, but my whole idea is I've been always very independent. I figure things out by myself. And yes, I should go to therapy. I've been telling myself that for 2 years. I have not done it yet. Yes, I have tried to get professional help, like go to a psychiatrist. I've never actually scheduled the appointment. All that stuff. But regardless, I just learned that I'm still learning. And that's kind of what it boils down to. I turned 23 2 weeks ago. It was like one of the first birthdays that I was all like, just my birthday. Because I think I reached that age, if that makes sense. Because 20, I remember my 20th. 20 was pretty important. 21 was very important. 22 was just me being all like, oh yeah, like I've been a legal alcoholic for a year. 23 was more like, which I find a little sad because I just come to accept that I'm just older. But the thing is, like, birthdays always meant a lot to me. Birthdays are very important in my opinion. But like for some reason this year, I was just all like, you know what? I'm 23 now. But still, there's so much to learn. And I know there's gonna be. I'm ending a massive chapter. A massive chapter of my life. And entering one that's unknown of. I have the smallest glimpse of what my future holds. But I'm so excited. I can't wait. Life has been so fun. Life has been feeling like it's worth living. It was crazy. But I was like talking to people. And I was all like, they asked me, it's like, how have you been? I genuinely thought, and I was like, oh shit. And I shouldn't have said this out loud, but I did anyways. I haven't thought about killing myself in a long time. And they looked at me, concerned of course, but they're like, that's good. And it's true. I've been happy. And a big part of it is thanks to you guys. It's been an honor to do this series. And to me, I always thought this would be the end. I would say, hey, that's enough YouTube. But a couple months ago, I did more thinking. And I was like, fuck that. I have fun making these videos. I have fun talking about anime. I have fun editing. So this isn't over. The channel's not done. I want that to be very clear. I'm not done with this. This is done. This closet, you will never see this closet ever again. But this channel isn't over. I have plans. I have ideas. And I want them to come to fruition. Matter of fact, I have 400 gigabytes of Dark Souls 2 footage. That's right. I played Dark Souls 2. That was the last game I played in my college career. That game was miserable. And honestly, it wasn't even that fun. But, you know what? There's a new series coming. When will that be edited? Who fucking knows? I have just been doing jack all recently. I have been binge watching Community, if anything. I'm on season 4 within a week. You understand how bored I've been? I've had nothing to do. So I've just been binge watching that. Anime, I have been kind of watching mainly 2 animes. Witch Hat Atelier has been the one anime I've been keeping up with the most. And Kiryu-kun's Fan Club. Because those 2 animes have just been so peak. Also, there's Kamino Botan. That's a lie, that's 3. Lesbians and alcohol. Like, 2 of the 3 favorite things in my life. Third one being mechas. But like, two of my favorite things in one anime plot, peak. But like, beyond that, like, being able to watch anime without the need of, oh, I need to make a video about it. Because I'm gonna be so honest, folks. Winter season was so dense. And the fact that spring is just as dense, maybe even a little more. I've been a little burnt out. Because I'm like, oh, there's a lot to watch. There's so much to watch. I mean, fuck, like, Akane Banashi is out. This is one of the animes I've been looking forward to forever. Because I know how popular the manga is. But if I'm being honest, I've watched like the first 2 episodes and I've just been letting the episode build up because I'm like, shit, dude, like, I don't know if I want to watch this weekly. Like, it's just been a lot. There's been a lot of shit in anime. So I'm like, we're gonna take a little break. But again, I'll be back whenever. Like, this release schedule of how it is fucking the same. I upload videos whenever I want them. That's how I've always rolled. And it's just, it's great. Life's great. And I'm done. You're looking at a free man who's about to enter the workforce. So I don't know how free I'm gonna be. What are my summer plans? Oh man. First and foremost, I'm gonna go home, hug my mom, because she's the number one support and reason for my existence. Second, I'm going to Japan. I'm finally going back. After 8 years, I'm going to finally see my uncle, my cousins. Like, the scariest part is the fact that last time I met my younger cousin, he just entered middle school. Now, he graduated high school. And I'm like, fuck. That's a lot. Like, so, you know what? Like, I hope they remember me. I'm sure they do, because I have talked to them recently. But I'll be in Japan. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna take advantage of everything. And all that jazz. You may or may not see a vlog, because I mean, I don't want to be that guy who does a vlog in Japan. But I mean, who knows what'll happen. And yeah, I'll be relaxing. I'm gonna take a break, like a full-blown break, without nothing to worry about or consider. Maybe the fact that I'm in another country, but nah, it's fine. I'm okay with that. Okay, yeah. Last thing. Look at this stupid fucking ring. $417. The only reason I got it was because I thought it would help me get a job. But as I said, I got the job before I even got this ring. And also, it's supposed to be on my ring finger, but honestly, it's kind of too big for my ring finger, but fixed perfectly on my middle finger. So, honestly, the irony is kind of there. But yeah. So that's it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all for being here, witnessing. Thank you for everything you have done to be a part of my life. It's been Yuji. I'll see you eventually.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm you. No, I'm me. Exactly. Huh? But anyways, didn't mean to scare you, you know. But, you know, congratulations. What? But regardless, you know what? It's too gloomy in there, you know, the closet and all. I say we go outside. What? What the fuck? Hello? Fuck it. I'm done!
19, I didn't think I'd make it to 23, but I'm happy to be here.
Hey, my name's Yuji, and I decided to start using my YouTube channel. So, I decided I'm going to make a show called Closet Talk. I'm not that much of a weeb. Oh, by the way, I know this was like the shittiest explanation and summary of this anime, but just trust me on this one. Yo, it's Yuji. Welcome back to Closet Talk. And last week, I just watched the worst anime in my life, called Island. Yo, it's Yuji. Welcome back to Closet Talk. Hey, new intro. That's kind of cool. I had a realization. I am a fucking no. Here, let me write it real quick, okay? I am a weeb. Today is a very special occasion. I am going to keep this as long as I'm continuing this YouTube video career. I'm gonna try and make this a seasonal thing, but it is the trash of the season. Like, I just don't understand. I don't understand. There's no understanding. That's not even a word, I don't think. Fuck! Yo! It's Yuji! Welcome back to Closet Talk. Fuck the intro, because you know why? It's summertime, baby! That is right! I have officially started summer! Yeah! I just came back from class because, my god, I figured it out. We could time travel. Most anticipated anime. That's right, you guessed it. Lesbian isekai.
They had a cat, and then like Lucia killed the cat, but like blamed it on Mafu, and was just like doing some crazy shit like that. I have some plans for when AI takes over. So, first plan, kill myself.
We have me and an absolute maniac. Maybe fucking, I don't know, 400 milligrams of caffeine deep. I don't know. Up since 5:30 a.m. I don't know. Maybe grind it out. 3 fucking final exams like the fucking king I am. Here, done. So, first off, you may be wondering, why the fuck is he eating a sandwich right now? Well, it's midnight. I just got off of work. Let me tell you about the trash of the season. Himai Seikatsu, or the day in the life with my stepsister. That's right. It's true. I don't like Invincible that much anymore. This fuck ass romance was by far one of the worst in the decade, for sure. To celebrate the 100th video on this YouTube channel, nothing is more fitting than doing something that I have been doing for over 2 years now. The trash of the season.